Daphne and Edwina may have been the diamonds of the past 2 seasons of Bridgerton, but today, they'll not be the only ones getting the spotlight from the ton. Because today, we'll be diving into the 5 worst characters and 5 of the most beloved characters of Bridgerton. I mean, we all know season 3 is about to come, right? Might as well get this conversation out of the way before then. So let's get into it. Most hated, Simon Basset.
I have spent the last 3 days in agony.
Surprisingly, at number 5 of the most hated characters, we have the Duke of Hastings himself, Lord Simon Basset. I mean, aside from the fact that he no longer had an appearance in season 1, I feel like fans, including myself, had a love-hate relationship with him because while he was mysterious, had a heart of gold, and ultimately heart-wrenching looks, fans also found themselves frustrated with his character due to how he handled his marriage issues with our dearest Daphne. He made the silence between them go on for so long that the lack of communication just made the viewers frustrated with their relationships. I mean, just say what you want to say, right? Queen Charlotte.
Flawless, my dear.
At number 4 on our most hated characters list, we have the Queen of England, Queen Charlotte. Although fans admired her strong and fiery personality, fans also kind of hated her because how she was too arrogant and selfish. And honestly, not everyone was a fan of the whole Diamond of the Season concept. We had to agree with Lady Whistledown on this one. Pitting girls against each other, all for the validation of men? Not so very feminist of her, I guess. Lady Featherington.
The real celebrations will begin shortly.
Next, we have Lady Portia Featherington, whom fans found severely annoying. Of course, she had nothing but good intentions, she wanted the best for her girls, but fans found her actions quite vexing. First is the way she harshly treated Marina in season 1. Second, how she constantly throws Penelope in hideous yellow dresses, and how she was just overbearing with her daughters in every social season. And lastly, how she manipulated cousin Jack Featherington into marrying Prudence. And her most devious scheme of all, she encouraged cousin Jack into launching a fake mining business in order to gain more money and find a way out of bankruptcy. But personally, I understand her. I would even go so far as saying she just did what she had to do in this cruel society dominated by men. Marina Thompson.
It is not George, but his brother, Sir Philip.
At number 2 on our list, we have Marina Thompson from season 1. What everyone found annoying about Marina is honestly just the baby scandal. She was pregnant, and of course, in desperation, she tried to make Colin Bridgerton marry her to pass off the baby as Colin's even though it wasn't. And she did this even after finding out that her dear cousin Penelope, who has been nothing but nice to her, was in love with Colin too. But I personally think that just like Lady Featherington, she just had to do what needed to be done. Because what would a pregnant lady like her without her husband do in the Regency-era? That's literally unbecoming. Jack Featherington.
You are cruel.
I am.
And the most hated character of all, Jack Featherington. I mean, come on, is this really a surprise? I bet we all knew he was bad news the second he made an appearance. He was extremely deceitful. He made everyone believe that his mining business was thriving when the truth was he was counterfeiting gems. His keen talents for deception and deceit eventually became too much to swallow even for Lady Portia Featherington. She managed to kick him out of their lives while still having their reputation intact, and honestly, that was such a girl boss moment for her. Most loved characters, Edwina Sharma.
Other than the fact that I desire them so.
At number 5 on our most loved characters list, we have Edwina Sharma. I think we can all agree that she deserves better. She was nothing but wonderful during the entirety of season 2. Yes, she was sort of naive, she was probably a people pleaser, and she was so blinded by her adoration towards her older sister Kate Sharma that she failed to see what was happening in front of her. She worked so hard to become the best lady she could ever be. She did well in all of her classes, she has great manners, she's well poised, and she desperately wanted to be the best wife for the Viscount Anthony Bridgerton. At some point, she even forgot what she was truly worth because of her love for Anthony. On top of that, the pressure was all on her. The Queen chose her as the Diamond of the Season, not to mention that ongoing Cold War between the Queen and Lady Whistledown. The Queen expected nothing less from her Diamond. Edwina had to be with a man who has the highest possible title. She had to win that lottery. But what really loved the most about her, including me, is that scene when King George suddenly barges into the room, freaking out. Sweet Edwina, of course, managed to calm him down despite her disaster of a wedding. That scene just captured the hearts of many, including the Queen's. So all of us can agree that she deserves nothing but the best. Theo Sharp.
What's your name?
Eloise Bridgerton.
At number 4 of our most loved character, we have Mr. Theo Sharp. Theo Sharp is a new character in Season 2 that just made everyone fall in love. He's the cute printer's assistant that worked in the printer shop that handles Lady Whistledown's write-ups. Eloise, being the detective that she is, of course, finds this printer shop and meets Theo. Theo doesn't only help Eloise a little on her journey of uncovering Lady Whistledown's identity, but he also introduces Eloise to new books and ideas, and even invites her to politically radical meetings. Don't we all just love a woke king who's conventionally attractive? Fans of Bridgerton adored his relationship with Eloise, especially because they were from different social classes. It was a we come from two different worlds type of moment, and all of the fans just devoured that and loved it, including me. His character was definitely a breath of fresh air, and fans would love to see more of him in the new upcoming season. Benedict Bridgerton.
I don't think she's very good.
I believe she can hear you.
Can hear you.
Number 3 on our list is Benedict Bridgerton, the second eldest brother of the Bridgerton household. Bridgerton fans just adore him mainly because compared to Anthony, who starred in the second season, Benedict was the free spirit type. Aside from his undeniable good looks, he's willing to try out anything, he's artistic, and he's fun. He chose to follow his artist dreams and pursued art school, he even got himself involved in orgies, and just made friends with everyone anywhere he chooses to go. Out of all the Bridgerton brothers, he's definitely the fun one. All the fans also really loved his little big brother moments with Eloise, from smoking cigarettes with her to sneaking out from fancy social occasions with her and escorting her to balls. A lot of Bridgerton fans are begging for Benedict's season, and I think we all deserve a Bridgerton Benedict season. Kate Sharma. At number 2 on our list, we have Kate Sharma. Aside from her very iconic introduction in the season, you know that episode where Kate and Anthony were having a race and she beat Anthony? Yeah, that was iconic. Everyone loved her character's personality. She was the eldest sibling in a Southeast Asian household, bless her soul. The pressure she had to feel almost her entire life was astronomical. She felt the responsibility to take care of her mother and her younger sister, which led her to make decisions that would prioritize other people before her. She was filled with independence, intelligence, competitiveness, elegance, and integrity, which made her the perfect fit for Anthony Bridgerton, not to mention her witty comebacks toward Anthony. She refused to let that man best her at absolutely anything. This all just made us love her. Eloise Bridgerton.
Came to make sure you were alright, to get our story straight.
And finally, the most beloved character of Bridgerton is none other than Eloise Bridgerton herself. Honestly, what's not to love? It's not a secret that during the Regency-era, the girls had no choice but to marry a respectable man in order to have a good life. Eloise, of course, was a big believer that women were capable of doing more, and that women deserved more. She's fiercely independent, she's a nonconformist, she's a strong-minded, and she has bold opinions that she isn't afraid to say. And don't we all just love that trope in period dramas? We all love our period drama girls who refuse to follow the status quo or what society demands and expects from women. They want to go out into the world and do more, and that's exactly what made us all fall in love with Eloise Bridgerton. That's it for today's video. Who did you love and hate the most from Bridgerton? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and notification bell for more videos from us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.